Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there.
Bienvenue sur mes champs. Welcome to my channel, everybody. This is for Drag Race France, honey. Season 1, Episode 1. It's your boy, Matty Rants, and we're doing a live review today because I had an audition and I was not able to finish. I was not able to finish my edited review, and I was like, well, I got to post something today. So we're going to do a live review for Episode 1, but these will be edited for the remainder of the season. But welcome, bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour, messieurs, bonjour, mesdames. Comment allez-vous aujourd'hui, n'est-ce pas? I know a little bit of French, so I was very happy that I was like, okay, now I could watch this one and really get into it. But of course, I'm very excited to talk about the season because in reality, I thought this was a very good start for season 1 and episode 1 at that. So go on, Drag Race France. I love it. I love it. So yeah, let's get my social medias out the way. Let's go ahead and start this review. I had so much going on today. The dog is currently on a timeout because she decided to eat the remote for the television. This is the third remote she has destroyed. So she's on timeout right now, and Maddie's had to figure out how to get a new remote for his television. And also had to pull a battery out of her mouth. So that was not fun this morning at all. But this time, we're doing this Drag Race France bit, okay? Everyone, I see you tuning in. I see you in my live right now. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I love every single one of you. Now, let me tell you something. I'm an American, if you haven't figured that out. Okay? So I am going to need a little assistance every now and then going through this stuff because I'm not in France. I'm not familiar with every single thing that's happening out there and how the lingo and the dialect goes. However, I took some French, so I know a little bit. I also understood half of what was being said, which I was kind of hyped. Like, I was like, oh my God, I understood that. But at the same time, there may be things that are specific to France that maybe you can help me and enlighten me on. So I come with respect and nothing but love. And if I throw some shade, it's for just giggles, just that. Because that's what we do up in here, okay? Now, social medias are as follows. At MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at @MattyRants, but that's in the description down below in the link tree. Grab a branch, eat some fruit, Mattivia, you know the poot. That's available actually at dragqueenmerch.com. The Mattivia shirt, a Rant Pack shirt, as well as the panel shirts. I'm seeing that this Wi-Fi just dipped a second here. There we go. It's brought back. So if you want to buy some merch, it's at dragqueenmerch.com. Partnered up with Miss Bible Girl and the Drag Queen Merch family. Shout out to all of them. It was a wonderful drag con. Can't wait to show you all that footage very, very soon. I'm actually done with 2 interviews that have already been edited. I'm trying to get another one in for a first posting this week. As regardless of Pride Month being done, I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of gay stuff at you. So it'll be July and the end of June here. You get some drag con materials. You make sure you watch that video, like it, and share it on your social medias. I don't see y'all sharing. Sharing, not Osborne, but share these videos. Get me out there. I need my Rant Pack to pop on through. Pop up. I need y'all to get loud, okay? Let these people know what's the goo. Now, also, I'm on Patreon. The reaction to this video is going to be up today, too. I did finish that edit. It's uploading now, but it's taking forever. I might have to close it out and then re-upload it. But that's coming up on my I was about to say Instagram. No, my Patreon, as low as $1 a month. You can watch all my reaction videos, and that's over 2 years, I believe, of reaction videos are now placed on that platform. So check it out. Can't wait for y'all to see how I reacted to that talent show because the girls were gagging me. I'm bookable on Cameo too. Vandava. Bonjour, Thomas. Thank you for being here, baby. And thank you. Oh, I see my Rant Pack babies up in here. Louise, I see you, honey. Hey, Louise. I said, you said you gave a dream team to Dooley Gabs and Jay Lee. I said, oh, he shaded me. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I want to give some other people some love too. Nerdigans. John Paul being a guest judge. I was gagged. I was like, is that Miss Universe? and John Paul Gaultier in the first episode. Mind you, we just had Betsy Johnson for the winter season, another designer, and then here we go with John Paul Gaultier for France. I was like, oh my god, this is kind of perfection. I was here for it. I was here for it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it today, babies. Oh yes, oh yes. Hey Dylan, what's up, my love? Hey Becky. We're not gonna say with the good hair. She's awesome. She's Becky. That's how we're gonna keep it, okay? Connor, I'm gonna talk about it. I do have some critiques, and I want to be honest with my opinions here about this season so far. It is the first, so I'm not going to go too deep because you know how it is with season ones. It's a little bit of that Vaseline filter. But there were things I know that need to change with this season going forward if there is a two, a three, and a four. The one I'm going to start with before I even get to it is that flashing light nonsense on the runway. That no. I need a disclaimer. Please let people know they're about to be assaulted with those lights. It was very hard to get certain pictures this week. So if you're like, Matt, that one seems a little blurry, you blame production for that one. I had that shit on 1080p. Trust me, it was difficult because it was the whole time. I'm like, can we see? Can we see the look? So trust me, we'll talk about it. Very small things. I'm like, they can fix this, they can change that. Stuff very easy to do. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, y'all ready to start this up? Y'all ready to start this little roll? Get this rolling? Before I do that, let me do this here. Someone brought up that dog, the third remote. Yeah, she ate it again. She gets anxiety when my roommate leaves to go to work and I'm in my room and I'm still asleep because he gets up really early and I'm like 2 hours behind him. So sometimes she will get antsy and the dog goes a little whoop whoop whoop. So she chewed up the television remote. She destroyed the cable remote. I don't know whose cell phone was on the couch. That wasn't mine. It was an Android phone. I knew it wasn't mine. But like that phone was fucked up. I left everything where it was. I told my roommate what the thing. I was like, I'm not involved in any of this crap. This is your dog. You fix it because I ain't doing this today. So I love that little baby. I love that dog down, but she'd be full of mess. So 100 of y'all here, hit that like button. Let's go. So RuPaul's Drag Race France. Bonjour, bienvenue. Drag Race France. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Maddie, haven't caught one of your lives in a while. Hope it's all good. Here's a little tip for you. Thank you, Kevin, for starting up that super chat. Before I do that too, here, hold on. Let me make sure I cover my bases because I don't want girls getting mad for no apparent reason, even though babies don't get mad for no apparent reason. It's a disclaimer. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by Matty Rants and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program. Please don't be just mad lib it. If you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, please consume some Activia and have yourself a good poop. Okay? All right. I just want to make sure we got that out the way. Everybody understands where we're going with this, and it's all out of respect and love. I don't know these babies. I don't know anybody from the show. Like, well, I do now, but like, I don't know them personally, especially this season. This is new. So I send my love even to the first person who went on, all the way to whoever wins this show. Okay. I don't know these people's personal lives. I don't know what they've done on social media. So if you have that information, like Maddie, they did all this. I'm trying to go into this season without hating somebody immediately because of what a person told me about them. Does that make sense? And I feel like for other seasons of Drag Race, especially Down Under, that happened a lot. I mean, there was probable cause. But this time and the next time and the time after that, I'm gonna start off light, but I'm gonna go hard if I need to. Okay. I'm gonna have to switch my internet over to my phone because it looks like it's giving me a little trubby wub. So give me a second here. Let me change over from Wi-Fi. Try plugging into a router. Maybe closer. Okay, girl. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Give me a second here. I want to make sure the Wi-Fi is muy good. iPad? No, I don't want to do iPad. Do I want to do iPad? I want to do iPad. Why is it not my phone? Okay, let's just try this up. If anything goes down, will just switch it over. So yeah, don't worry about it. They've been working on the internet for a little while apparently, and my friend works for Comcast, so he was telling me, he's like, there may be in my area better internet, so they're working on it. Oh yeah, the panel was great. Make sure you watch my other videos too. We were happy to have Gabby on there as a guest, and Gabby will be back. I'm gonna work out something with her to get her in. Whenever we get a chance to, now that she knows use your computer. And I also got a chance to talk to Melissa Beck from the Real World New Orleans Homecoming. It will be a podcast style. She didn't want to be on camera, and I, respected that. So what I'm going to do is make the supreme ultimate slideshow of all slideshows while we're talking. So you have visual picture representation of the stuff we talk about. And yes, she dropped tea, but nothing that's going to put her in no trouble. I'll be editing out a lot of stuff, but we did talk about a lot of good shit. So I'm very excited for y'all to get to listen to that, and I'm happy to say that's my new friend. So hi, Melissa. I never thought in a million years I'd be so. Well, yes, I did. I mean, not that I did, but yeah, that's someone I get to call my friend now. And when I go to New York, we're going to go out to eat. So I love her to pieces, and she's good people. So yeah, I'm gagged. I'm kind of gagged, but Melissa's my kind of girl. Like we get each other, so I love it. Yes, yes. We did talk about the challenge. We did talk about those messages. We talked about how she feels afterwards. All of that. Hey, Louise, I actually talked about this at the beginning of this show. So, and you were here, but I'm going to repeat it for you because I need you to get that and understand this. I have a lot of interviews to go over here. I also had an audition today. I'm behind on my work, and I hate that I am. And I hate that y'all are leaving my channel because of it, but I'm trying my best to catch up. I'm gonna have at least 3 interviews posted this week. At least three. I've already worked on two. I got a whole bunch more to go through. So I'm begging you for patience on that one because that's actually one of my ultimate stresses right now are those DragCon interviews because there's a lot of audio in the background and I can't put some of them on YouTube. So it's been a mess going through each one. Like, okay, I can do this one. I can fix that. Half of them are gonna have to go to Patreon. The other half are gonna have to be on YouTube. So give me a second. Those were not as easy as they were before when I did those first interviews. This one is a little different from the last time. But again, I said I was going to bring them to you, so I understand I gave you expectations. I'm trying to meet them. Please be patient with me. Please don't attack me. I promise y'all I'm going to have a lot of stuff up. P Valley has been added to this list. It's coming. Get ready. I am fully invested in P Valley. And I'm also going to dig into something. Well, this last episode. Dig into something. It will be our new it's gonna be one of our new shows that we talk about on this channel. So just get ready because I'm fully invested. All right. Now let's start the show. I need my notes. Oh, here we go. I need my notes. I left my iPad in the other room. Silly me, silly goose. Bam. So, oh, it's honey. Whew, I am Uncle Clifford. I'm Uncle Clifford. Oh, I won't be watching Buckhead Shore. It's giving me. Ooh, I don't want to say it. It's gonna be mean. All right, let's talk about it. Drag Race France. Listen, a cast of 10 full of nothing but talent, a John Paul Gaultier inspired runway, and a talent show. Bitch, what an episode one. Okay, let's get into this workroom first, shall we? I pressed the play button, bitch. Thank you. Got me swearing at these people. I am here for the entrance, although I know this takes up a bunch of space. So while I was really here from them walking underneath this also did play an effect on how they showcased certain queens when they walked into the workroom. Not everybody got a full body glow. You know what I'm saying? Some people got this much, very YouTube tease. Other folks had the full body. So suggestions should be made that either needs to be taller or it just needs to be an archway giving that because it very much took space. And I was like, okay. But I loved how this entrance looked. I did love the colors in the room. Nikki's face is everywhere. The wall of wigs, all fabulous, right? So the first queen to walk into the room is Kim Hugh, not Hugh, because the girls in America would have said Hugh. No, baby, Hugh. The G is pronounced. I was like, ow, paid attention. Now, if I'm going to talk about somebody today, and I'm going to tell you who this baby reminds me of, immediately when I saw her, I got the non danceable version of Cheryl Hole, was the first thing that came to my mind. When we get to another part of this show, when she came out on the runway, I said, girl, she reminds me of a couple of queens, but also I kind of like her a little bit. I'm getting used to her. I'm trying to figure it out. She has these a horror moments. She has these Cheryl Hole moments to me. Little bits and pieces I'm seeing from her. Not to say that she is those people, but as I was paying attention to her, I was like, okay. Yeah, I got Pheromone, a horror, and Cheryl Hole had a baby. It was like a full-on threesome. And it was like, boom, here we go. Um, the horror came from the runway because I was like, oh, a horror would have ate that dress up. I don't dislike her, but I'm learning. I'm figuring out who this baby is. So Cam Hugh, I'm cool. I'm cool with you. But Cam Hugh is 22 years old and they're from Paris, France. One of my favorites from the moment they walked in the room is La Big Bertha, 36 years old, also from Paris, France. I like this bearded queen a lot. I like her a lot. I like her a lot. I'm low key invested in this one, y'all. I'm like, ooh, she's interesting. Like honestly, very like cute out of drag. One, I was like, oh, look at him, he's so adorable. Two, I can tell they've had time and they've spent time on their drag, so they know who the fuck they are. Three, she's camp, and I see it's polished camp. Okay. And five, or actually, I'm just naming numbers now. I'm just throwing numbers out here. It's the beard with the white lining for me that at first I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work, but now I see why it's done that way. So I'm here for the birth. I just want to see some more. So that way it's not like a first time, oh, okay, she was really great, but like, mm, okay. So go on, Big Bertha. Now, this one, and I had to get two pictures because once again, I don't know who in the hell is in this editing department, but please, for the love of God, y'all have to give these babies like full views. You have to give them full views because it seems very cut, 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 cut. So, I know. Yeah, she didn't say that. That's why I didn't give that some time, babes. Like she referred to her as being like a dog in terms of how like she didn't call her a dog. So and also the translation as well has been very interesting. Can I ask a question? Why is it saying indistinct? What the fuck is that? I was like, okay, so hold on. I was like, huh? Like they don't understand certain words and it comes up so who in the room do we need to hire for the subtitles department that actually can tell us what the words are? They said it's AI translating the show. Girl, it's a chop. Because some of the stuff I saw that was said, I was like, I know that's not what was said. I know that's not how that went. Because if you remember when I watched Italia and we had that conversation about something that was said and it made it seem like somebody was racist and then it had to be verified the translation was wrong and it could have ended up ruining someone's career. So yeah, I actually this season in particular, and also from the remainder on for any season of Drag Race with subtitles, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm not gonna jump. No more. Oh, girl, can you believe? I'm gonna be like, hold on. Where are my babies at in this country with the language? Help me out. Help me out, because we don't want to get. That could ruin someone's career. So back to this one. Back to these babies here. Back to these babies here. Okay. Oh, okay. Ellipse from Bordeaux, France. Bordeaux. I was like, ooh. So I have high hopes. We got high. I think this one's gonna be the dark horse. I think we have to watch out for this one. Something about them. I'm very intrigued. Like out of drag, intrigued. In drag, intrigued. Something about that quiet nature with them. I'm like, you're gonna be a threat, aren't you? Especially after that talent show. I was like, oh, she's gonna be a threat. She's gonna be a threat, a silent assassin. I see it. um, but yeah, I'm a fan of Ellipse. I love it. I love their energy, and they seem so stoic and very together, but also super sweet. And they have a voice. Oh, I can't wait to get that talent show, girl. I was geeked watching that talent show. That was one of my favorite strips I've ever seen. Striptease is one of my favorite ones I've ever seen. I was like, oh, this bitch is everything. So yeah. It was Kuda Lacorn. Louise Kuda Lacorn. That's the one I told y'all to watch his Drag Race Thailand videos, because not only did he translate the videos, and low key World of Wonder, you need to hire that man. Not only did he translate man, woman, I don't even know what their gender is. Excuse me. How dare I say that? You need to hire them. Thank you. Hire them, because they gave not only the translation, but then when it came to something that was very specific, they dropped in a full little bar of exactly what it was. So you could pause it, read it, and go, oh, that's what they're talking about. Great. Understood. Continue. Because I'm a subtitle reader. I like going to foreign films and listening and reading. You know what I'm saying? So give us a break. We will read. We're fine. Girls read books. We read books. Educated over here. Come on. So I like this one. Ellipse is going to be one to watch out for. I had a lot that I liked so far. Just walk. I was like, oh, these girls are kind of cool. Lolita Banana is a force. First of all, Lolita Banana is 36 years old, living in Paris, France, and is Mexican. And I was very blown away by that, because not to say that there's no possibility of there being any Mexican people in France, but like I was surprised, because it was one of those, oh, they're gonna only put people in from, very, very regional. It's not gonna be this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, wow. I don't like this look. However, I like their energy. I like their attitude. I like how they are definitely a pocket rocket, but a baddie. Also, low key, a cutie out of drag too. I was like, oh, chesticles. But no, I like me some Lolita. I like Lolita. I think they're going to be good entertainment. Some girls are already annoyed by her. But, again, when you're the baby in the room, honey, well, not the baby, but the baddest bitch in the room, honey, pow, pow, boom, boom. She's like, next queen can walk in. She ate a banana. It was really funny. It was cute. So I'm excited for her too. Like I said, Big Bertha's got me. I'm like, okay. Um, Ellipse, I'm like, okay. Lolita Banana. I said, that's three so far that I'm like, okay, we got ourselves kind of a season here. Interesting. Now, I am, I am, I am immediately a fan of this one. Soa de Muse from, is it Saint Denis? Is that how it's said when you're in French? Not like Denis. It's Denis. Is it Denis? Saint Denis, or is it Denise? I feel like an E should be at the end of that. If it's Denise. Saint Denis. I think it's Saint Denis. This is who I'm rooting for. Like, this is my weep hot. This is my immediate pick. Like, I was like, ow. I live. I live. I live. Denise. Okay. Oh, cool. I was right the second time, because I was like, couldn't be Denise. Denise. Thank you. Oh, so there's no S. Denis. Ah, Saint Denis. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Listen. Messy. That's what we're gonna do now. From now on, no more thank yous. It's messy. Messy. Thank you. Denis. Thank you. Saint Denis. Messy. Yes. First of all, it's the suit, this is very Rihanna. When she came out in this oversized coat with these pants, I said, Riri. I said, Riri. It's Rihanna. Love, live, breathe, done. We stand. I stand. I stand. For the French speakers in the chat, what did Soa scream when she walked in? I have that same question. Thank you, Omar Randolph, because she said someone's name or she was like, da 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 da. And I was like, what is that? I want to know. And I wish someone had put it up on the screen, but I know that the girl's gagged. Sanongo Adama. Hey, baby. Is that a giraffe? It's a giraffe. Like Saint Denis, it's often called the ghetto and it's full of people of colors who are fighting to have access to a better quality of life. Thank you for that, baby. I'm going to do some research there. I'm going to do some research there. It wasn't French, right? She just said someone's name. She just said someone's name. That's why I was like, okay, what? But also, a lot of them, not a lot of them lies. Some of them were using a little bit of English, certain stuff like hype bait, like little words here and there, all that kind of stuff. So I, I appreciated it, but I'm a fan. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Okay, so like I said, look at this. Let's get my notes here. We have one, two, three, four. I'm already like I'm on this fence with Cam. I like Cam, but I'm like, give me some more time with Cam. Four, I'm already like super impressed by. Here's number five. La Grande Dame from Nice, 22 years old. See, I got that right. Haha. See, I remember that because when I was taking French, we had to go over certain like areas, and Nice was one that I actually had to do a project. Ninth grade French, baby. I did the whole project on Nice. um, let's have this conversation. For an entrance look, this is kind of everything. That dress has been meticulously made. I can see the detailing in it, like, oh, it's ridiculous. The mask too was insane. I was like, okay, this is kind of hot. Like, very that. And then we get the mask off, and I'm like, oh, this bitch is beat. Apparently, she's the most followed queen in France on social media. But y'all, that's not what I was really focused on. The moment. The moment that voice opened. Lord, I was like, oh. Girl, I was like, oh. I said, so if they wanted to just do podcasting or possibly invest in like being on the phone with somebody and talking about really kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? You know, what are you doing right now? Oh, girl, I was like, oh, girl six. That voice is right. I was like, oh, oh. I'm like, so you're a tree and you sound like you're from the heavens above. I love it. I'm interested to see what they do. I want to see what the rest is giving for the rest of the season. I'm very intrigued by this bitch. I'm here for it. Yes, the more I can't say it because I'm trying to make sure that this video is given the time it's due. Since I was told by somebody recently that a lot of times my video is not getting the full plays because yes, you have ads and monetization, but you swear a lot. So we're trying our best to make up new words and say other things. Mm. She is taller than Bertha. And of course, Lolita had to hop on a chair just to say hello, which some of the girls were annoyed by. But when I saw Lolita get off the chair and realize that their hair was damn near to the belly button, I was like, God damn. But go on, tall. Either way, I like this bitch. Look at the detailing here. Ridiculous. I love that it's not perfect and it gave that sort of like, we're going to throw some right here, give a little pattern moment. She's cute. Cute, 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 cute. Cute. You could not tell me this wasn't Victoria Porkchop walking in on season 1 of United. That's not her. No shade given. But when I saw this wig, this dress, this outfit, the whole bit, I said, Porkchop? Darien Lake season 6? I was blown. I was like, wait, girl, hold up. We've seen her. No, we haven't. This is a new baby here. Lova Ladiva, from Toulouse. Is not. I don't think that is it Toulouse. And they're 32 years old, representing that old school drag. Hey, Gab. Y'all, Gabby, they were just talking about you from from you being on the panel with us on Sunday. Y'all give Gabby some love. I don't I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna watch her. I'm not gonna prejudge. I was not impressed by this beginning. I was not impressed by it at all. I have seen this look in a promo before. You know what I'm saying? It was very we've seen her, but no shade. It was just like, okay, girl, like I want to see some more. But this bunched up stockings was not helping. And girl, and what do I know? Like no, read me, sister. What do I know? But that was killing me. You stepped into the workroom, girl. The motherfuckers was bunched. I said, well, shit. Thomas, thank you, baby. So the Muse said that I'm not gonna try, not right now, which is apparently a Creole insult. Ah, okay. Love that she said Creole. Something in Creole, excuse me. Oh, interesting. Interesting. We'll see what they got. We'll see what they got. Them stockings a bunch though. That was killing me. La Kahana. Kahina, excuse me, La Kahina Paris, 29 years old, is a Muslim queen on the season here and will be is the first one from Drag Race for Drag Race France, as this is the, you know, first season. So this was kind of everything. Oh my god, that's what it means? I love it. That's what she said. See, that's why I now stand so into music even more. That's what she said. This would have been amazing in the talent show. This was amazing here, but like this happened quite a few times for me. I don't know, girl. I like them, but then certain things were happening where I was like, what is going on? But I like her. I did like Kahina. I did like Kahina. I just this was so cool. I was like, oh my god, they already did like a thing from them. Like, how's this gonna work out again, child? We'll talk about it. We'll get there. But I like them. I do. I just was like, I hope they don't get sent home first. That was the first thing I said once that fire truck happened. I said, oh girl, watch her come in like this and then be sent home first. Hence the reason why I was pressed. Especially when we get to later on in the episode when we're sitting down in the workroom and we're having conversations. You know how the girls like to spill and talk about how they got in drag and shit. Baby, once it got to a deep level and the music started playing, I said, "Oh, she's in trouble." Now, brioche here is hold on, let me get these. Let's get this right now. Is it palaisu or palaiso? Hold on. I saw somebody post something about them being a French teacher. Hold on, baby. Let me get back to you. You teach French? Amazing. I loved my French teacher. She was awesome. Maddie, as a French teacher, hearing you recount your French projects is making my heart explode in joy. I had to go to like Whole Foods one time because we were on a field trip and we were being taught French, so we had to go to like this Whole Foods, and so they had a section that was international, and it had like these abroad places, and I was asked to get like a meal that I could possibly get like at a deli or something like that in France, and so I got an orangina, which I love those by the way. I love oranginas. And then what else did I buy? I brought a croissant, and then I got like this I got like this fruit. It was like these grapes. They were supposed to be French or whatever, but I ended up bringing it back to class, and my teacher was so proud of me. She was like, "I mean, this is like early morning." She was like, "This is like early morning food," but yeah, honey, these bots are not faster than me, so it's only gonna be one of them that comes through here. I also know if y'all are wondering, that's like targeted, by the way, so you figure out who's doing all that. Mm, excuse me. Merci. Bienvenue. Oh, it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. But it's only in specific grocery stores. I couldn't find it in a Kroger's, but if I went to Central Market, a Whole Foods, or anything uppity, it's going to be there, especially in the international section. So it's there. It's there. Trust. Because every now and then when I see one, I'm like, ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay, here we go. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Enrico. Palaiso, 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 palaiso. Oh, I miss my French teacher. She would be like in my face. Hold on. Oh my God, what's happening here? Hold on, y'all. Ah, I pressed something. There we go. I pressed something. Palaiso. Okay. There we go. There we go. Trans woman on the show. Representation is fucking here, bitches. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. They got a bearded queen on here. We got our sister over. We got a black queen on here. We got a Mexican queen. We got a trans woman on the show. I said, oh, we were talking about how the cast was kind of giving you know, we were a little like, wait, where are we at? Oh, we here. All of us are here. We're here in certain fashions. We're here. You know what I'm saying? So I like brioche. I love their energy. That too, Nerdigans. We have a lot of girls in the 30s and up this season, which I was appreciative of. No shade to my 20 babies, but like I like bitches that have been in the game for over 10 years, kind of stuff, seeing them do the work. You know what I'm saying? It's at World Market. Yeah, it's at World Market. But I like the energy. They seem so super sweet and like something about them and just the way they carry themselves. Oh, I love Brioche. And I love how they were in the workroom and child. Like they had them titties was out. I was here for it. I said, bitch, you better sit there and give us hey. Thank you, thank you. Palaiso. Stress on that last syllable. Sorry, I didn't specify the first. It's okay. Palaiso. Palaiso. Not za, right? Palaiso. Okay, we're gonna get this together before the end of this now. Okay. Y'all all will get an education up in here for my babies that don't speak French. Welcome to class. So on our end for WoW Presents, they didn't show that. They were blurred. Um, yeah, for WoW Presents, they blurred them out. So I didn't see them. I was gagged that it was like lightly blurred. Like, I mean, like very small. It was like a small blurring, but yeah, like they actually blurred them out on WoW Presents Plus. So when y'all watch that over there in France, they actually had them, they had the nipples in the areolas. So, all right, come on, French TV. But yeah, they actually blurred it out over here in the States. They also didn't really give her that front view I was looking for to get like I was like, why are they only showing half of these babies the way they should? Now, last and last and not least is Paloma. Clermont Ferrand. Is that not? I feel like I'm giving too much emphasis on the R. Ferrand. Hmm. They are 30 years old. I think this bitch gives. I'm interested in her. I'm interested in Paloma. I was like, this isn't it. This cast is giving. This cast is giving. Baby Johanna, take the words out of my mouth. Not as deep as Ugasio was, because you know how Ugasio was, you know, very, very in cerebral representation of art, all that kind of stuff. Something about Paloma, it's like, your drag is good. And you seem like kind of shy, but not totally there. So I just want to pay attention. I'm like, I'm gonna pay attention to you, bitch. You kind of give. She did. She did. I'm interested. I'm interested. So listen, that's the 10 babies we have for season 1 of Drag Race France, y'all. All 10 of them have come up into this piece. Let's go ahead and give these names out one again. In order of appearance, Cam Hugh, La Big Bertha, Ellipse, Lolita Banana, Soa de Muse, La Grande Dame, Lova La Diva, La Quijina, La Brioche, and Paloma are our 10 queens coming into season 1 of Drag Race France. Cock-a-doodle doo, and I'm not talking about cock, but a rooster is the one that gets these babies up as, ooh, we don't need to have the sound of an alarm. because I'm assuming in France, especially countryside, a lot of people have chickens and little farm houses or little farms. And I'm sure eggs and chicken farms are quite a commodity out there. Because I was like, this is very specific and I love it. I was actually happy. It wasn't, ooh, she already had hers or just some random noise. No, it was, it's brioche. I saw the accente, Andres, and I was thinking that maybe because I was like simming through it. I was like, maybe it's brioche. But once I saw the accente, I was like, So thank you for correcting me on that one because I assumed, but I didn't want to assume. Thanks, Beeb. Because it had a regular E at the end of it. So I was like, does that still count? Maybe it's just meant to elongate the brioche. Okay. Hey, Calvin Lawrence. Hey, everybody. Make sure that you please hit that like button. 193 of you in this piece. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, bienvenue. Welcome to my channel. And also, yeah, if you want to drop a tip in my jar for just hosting today, it's down there with PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Not necessary, but appreciated. Oh, Matthew. And a thumbs up also is just as muy importante for this channel, especially as a Black content creator out here trying to make it. Okay. Thank y'all so very much for that. I witnessed somebody stealing something from me from a YouTube channel, and I just was, oh, girl, I had to catch myself. I was like, I don't want to message these people. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But I noticed one of my sayings was being used, and I was very. Hmm. Y'all can message me and just say, "Hey, Maddie, we love you," or "We your friend." Oh, yes, all you have to do, you gotta take shit from me. Just say something. Listen. No, I'm not gonna do that. They don't have enough views for me to do that. So Nikki Doll is on this screen, and she is giving RuPaul supermodel tease low key. I was like, oh, okay, girl, I see you. Mhm, mhm. And of course, Nikki comes into the workroom and tells these babies, welcome to the show. We have a lot in store for you today. The lighting is homophobic. It is so bright in that room. It is so bright in that room. It is so bright in that room. Bitch, it is so bright in that room. That's my only issue. Why is that overhead lighting so homophobic? Please stop. Oh my God. In heaven, hallowed be thy name. But I love Nikki. Nikki look good. Nikki look good. Drayson TV, you might go, baby. You might need to go get your eyes checked, darling. I'm so serious. You might need to go get your eyes checked, baby. That was a bright fucking room. And there's a picture I'm going to show you later that's going to prove my point. It was bright. I was like, oh, y'all don't even need like regular lights for the camera, bitch. You have the overheads. Listen, I will say, let's say this. This is the first season. There are moments where I can tell this is the start of the show. And also, I'm giving a little bit of leeway here because this is a big deal. And for Nikki to be hosting the show, it's a big fucking deal. So I love me some Knicks. And I was appreciative that for where it was going, I could tell Nikki was loosening up through the episode the more we saw them. And I have a feeling that once we get a little bit further down that line, we're gonna probably see it fully fledged and open. I still think they're currently a better host than a particular host of a certain franchise who honestly I have to cover my ears once they start to yell at the camera. So yeah, like I am cool with the Knicks. Okay, I'm cool with the Knicks. Pit crew. All right. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. You're beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, is that his hair? That was the first thing I said to myself. I was like, oh, is that his hair? It's beautiful. So I was just like, okay, let me stop. This is why I'm single now. I can't tell anybody they're attractive. But the first mini challenge is a photo shoot, and it starts off with the pit crew, right? And it turned. I said I feel like I'm doing this wrong or I'm saying this wrong. From my knowledge, from the movies, shows, things I've read, can dancers, but that's not the proper term. Help me, y'all. I know it's not just the can dancers because I also wasn't prepared for the screaming, and I thought to myself, I've never seen that before. So I felt like I was getting an education when I was watching this. Like, huh? Help me, Jesus! Andres, especially on the stage, the main stage, Nikki made a joke that was not translated well at all. And I was like, somehow we missed this. We missed this. Well, no, the Moulin Rouge is known for that, but there's a specific name for that type of dancer or entertainer. And I could not find it when I was looking it up. Oh, it's the turn? Real for real? Okay. Yeah, the diverged. Yeah, I was like, what? Why they didn't play that right? Okay, just making sure. I want to be. I want to be. I'm trying to be correct. Okay, I just want to make sure because when I was looking it up, I'm like, it's probably something different, Matt. But no, it's can dancers. Okay, this was fun. This was kind of cute. I was actually really here for it. Um, because they were all having a good time. Some of them kind of took it seriously, and I was saying, you might want to just chill. You might want to just chill, just have fun, because this is what it's all about. I was Bertha, bitch. Except Bertha was on top of them. I would have made a sandwich. I'd have been like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, since we got two of y'all, it's gonna be okay. This bread, y'all, this piece, me and will be in the center. I'll be the cheese, he'll be the meat, and y'all be the bread. That's how we would have done that picture. Yep. We would have done it just like that. Oh. In French, diverge, like diverge means say penis. So that's the I'm gonna watch that again, Simon, so I can fully take that in. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I feel like they didn't play that out the right way. Um, but it was funny. But anywho, they're doing the photo shoot. The can dancers come out, and Lolita, I want to call her Lola so bad. Lolita Banana wins the mini challenge. The girls were like, "Oh, she thinks she the shit. It's just the first time. Calm down, baby. Calm down." I am jealous of Lolita's lips. I'm jealous of the candle. If they could just remove the candle, shrink me down to that size, put me right there. Yeah. Yeah. They're better than me. I'm sorry. I would have pretended to fall. Like, no shade. I would have pretended to fall. They've been one of those. I would have pretended to fall. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so. I am so. Mm. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. That's nasty, girl. Please. We would have been figuring out all about that throat tonight, mama. It's okay. So we've de-dragged, we've sat down. This was the only picture I could get of this scene with no kind of nudity. The only picture I could find. When I tell you every other scene was wham, 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 I was like, okay, we untucking for real. But there was a lot of conversations that were happening that were very valid in this moment. We talked about body positivity. We talked about full acceptance. We talked about people how they started drag and what it means to them and the power it gives them and the strength that comes from getting into geesh. I was here for this scene. And we got into Bertha talking about their body and how it used to make them feel and them being proud of it. So with Brioche, also going in and discussing it as well. And we had that conversation. We got into Lovey a little bit, but once I saw Kahina go into like they played the music, they did a little bit of the darkness part. I was like, oh shit, she's in trouble. She's in trouble. Let's see what they say about the nips, y'all. I love how y'all are saying free the nipple. Give women the rights to their bodies back, America. How about that? How about that? While y'all talking about release the nipple, how about you give people access to their own uterus since it's theirs, not ours, their own bodies? How about we start there? I'm still, I'm. Oof. I was in the grocery store. Ooh, after this review, I'm gonna tell you what happened to me at the grocery store today. I was on the phone having a conversation about that, and some woman had the nerve to walk up to me and go, "Why do you feel you have?" Oh, baby, and I had to clown her real quick because she was one of those Republican motherfuckers who was sitting up there trying to tell me, "Oh, so you have something to say on this?" And she gave me her. Ooh, I'm gonna tell y'all that conversation. I gagged her low key. I had to gag her because apparently she didn't think about stuff. But yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Because baby, I had time this morning. I was like, oh, let me talk to her for a second because she's got me confused with some other black person in the store. I'm gonna educate. So listen, I like all these babies. They're all untucking, getting dressed, all that kind of stuff. Let's move to the talent show. But before we do that, can we go to the judges, please? Let's go to the judges. You and me both. Because I'm talking about she felt very comfortable walking up to me in the bread section of Kroger's trying to tell me about my own. No, you will not. No, you will not. Team Lil Nas X. I did watch clips though. I was very happy for the voguing segment, but I was also feeling that a lot of what they did was very panderable to the gays at BET Awards. So I have a lot of thoughts and comments on that. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, Black Entertainment Television, however. So, talent show. Nikki Doll, you damn near blended into the damn stage, but this dress is everything. This dress is cute. The hair is a bop. The hair is a bop. Ugh, they're just not fast enough. The hair is a bop. I was really here for y'all didn't like the hair? I like the hair. That hair looked like a work of art. It was like swoopity swoop. Swoopity swoopity swoop. Wow. Bam. Swoopity swoop. Wow. It gave choreography. Yeah, the hair felt like it was a whole dance routine. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, swoop and back. I thought it was an 8 count. Her wig is an 8 count. All T. I think the makeup's cute too, so I was here for it. Go on, Nick Nicks. The way she walked in the look didn't give me what I needed, but I was here for it. So go on, Nick Nick. Okay, I see you, Isaiah. Like that reference, La Rue. I could. Been and done that dance around. Wait, is that bulletproof this time, baby? I be bulletproof. Oh, I have to hear that song later. I love that song when it first came out. Okay, but yes, let's move on to the judges. So this baby here, Matthew. Hold on. I didn't even go over the prizes with y'all. I'm sorry. 40,000 euros, a year supply of MAC cosmetics, crown and scepter provided, and a week stay for two in the Mauritius Islands. Tinder sponsored. Tinder's actually sponsoring a lot of this, which I thought was kind of dope. Like, oh, okay. Hey, Tinder, I have a Tinder. I do. I haven't been lucky yet, but I have a Tinder. Okay, where is this baby's name? I wrote this down. Many times. It hasn't updated for my iPad. Oh, penis. Daphne Burke. Yeah, there we go. Daphne Burkey. There we go. Apple, please work on that. That shit should be syncing to all my devices. Daphne Burkey, I believe She's a stylist and has worked with different I believe she's worked with different designers or brands and companies, this, that, and the other, and dressed folks and styled people, and very much has a good eye for fashion. Is what I'm going off of what was said from Nikki Doll. She's lovely. I like her. Daphne's a hoot. I like Daphne. When I looked up the prizes for Drag Race France, and I'm gonna Google this so you know that I didn't just pull this out my ass. Okay, I just want y'all to hear me on this. Prizes, Drag Race France. Okay, I'm just Googling it just so you understand. They don't get no goddamn money. So do they sell the crown and Matthew? Pull it in. I'm trying not to go off because I thought they got some money and I was very excited for them. Hold on. You mean to tell me they get something worth that? What is going on? Okay. Okay. All right, let me let it go because that bothers me. A crown and scepter worth 40,000 euros. A 1 week stay for two, Mauritius Islands, courtesy of Tinder, and a 1 year supply of MAC cosmetics. Do you remember when MAC was that girl? Like that was the only one that they would sell. I mean, not sell, excuse me. The only one everybody would talk about. Do you remember when MAC was like the one, the one? Like nowadays, there's so many different makeup companies. There's so much to like go, there's so many different options. You don't have to just go to MAC. But like, I remember in high school, that was the makeup. That if the girls didn't go to the MAC store, if they didn't go there to get their face beat, you didn't get your makeup done. I'm dead ass. And then if you got a job, if you were in high school and it was at the MAC store, you made it. Every girl I knew who worked at the Mac store that was in high school was like, baby, all the ladies used to walk up like, ooh, we got prom. Come, sister, I'm gonna beat your face. So I remember just Mac being that capital makeup. But now, when we see it, it's still a good brand, you know what I'm saying? But there's so much competition now. So I think social media has a lot to do with that. These Instagram makeup artists and YouTube makeup artists have really created a whole nother world of makeup to be used versus just the brands that we're used to seeing in the malls or at like certain, standalone shops. So there you go. Um, yeah, Mac's a good makeup. So that's why I was like, okay, they get a nice little prize. Go on, bitch. But $40,000 worth of a scepter? Give these bitches their money. Can they get prize? Can they get cash prizes? Is there any cash prizes? Either way, listen, they're in the competition. This is all worth it. I'm being very American asking for cash. I'm being very American asking for cash. But I also would be like this. Um Savage Beauty's up there, girl. Listen, Savage got some really great tones for the skin, all melanin, all melanin. Um hey, let's support these babies, right? But Daphne Burkey is one of the guest judges. I'm sorry for that tangent. They don't get no money. I am low key crushing on Kitty Smile. I am very interested in this. I don't know what it is about him, but I'm like, oh, he's intriguing. Kitty Smile is big in the voguing world, or excuse me, the ballroom community. I don't know to say voguing world. I sound like Cheryl Hole talking about voguing right now. He's very big in the ballroom community, and I'm not talking about just his height because he's also a giant too. Which, if you saw him stand up whenever they were giving that round of applause, I was like, oh my. But yeah. I like Kitty Smile. He's good commentary. He's hot, and yes, that was me watching. I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh. Hey. But he's great. I love his commentary, and he was very he was giving good advice as well as good critiques too, and keeping it real. Now we have up as our guest judge here. She was Miss Universe. I don't know how to say her last name. It's Iris. Is it Mittenair? Is it Mittenair? Mittenair. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. No, because technically Todrick Hall was like on that All Stars and he was there every week, I think. And then also Jeffrey Boyer Chapman was on season 1 for Canada. So he's not the first. He's not the first. Mm-mm. Yeah, she's gorgeous. So I was like really here for her. Mateo, shut up. I remember this in from French class because our teacher was like, your names would be different if you were born in France. And she's like, take Matthew, for example. He'd be Matou. And I was like, huh? I was like, no, I wouldn't. She's like, yes, you would. It's not Matthew, it's Matou. And I was like, what? I looked up how it's spelled and I thought to myself, if I ever have a boy, I'd probably name him Matt. He wouldn't have Matthew Jr. No, no, no. But I like the French way of saying it. It's cute. But go on, sister. Go on. So for 3 months in the class, we had to say our names in with the French connotation. So like anybody's name that could be translated differently or said differently, we had to do that. So I was Matu for like 3 months. I was okay with it. I liked it. Raison. Oh, we got John Paul. We don't deserve. We got Jean Paul Gaultier. My Gaultier experience is that cologne bottle. I know so many men that have that cologne bottle. My father used to get that one too. I had this guy I used to date for a long time that also was his favorite cologne. Like he was so good. You can bring him back. I know it's a lot to like ask this man to be there, but he's so fucking cool. I was like, oh, I love him. Like, not only was he super sweet, gave excellent commentary, complimented them. He was really like, oh, she made that dress better than I would have made it. It was like, what? Like, ah! It was like, wow. Like, oh, I like Will. Like, oh. If I ever get a chance to meet this man, I will. Handshake included. Thank you for the fashion you've presented. Fabulous. But yeah, I was geeked he was there. So let's get to the talent show, starting with Lolita Banana. I'm still spooked that this baby was not in the top 3. And not because of the runway, because the runway was kind of like, oh, okay. It was fun. But the talent show, this bitch ate. We go from here to here. That wig flew faster than Mo Hearts ever did. Do you hear me? That lady went swing and that wig. I was like, what? Like, insane. 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 The drop split, the dancing, the full bit going in. I don't even know who this man is, but he was dancing too down. I was like, fuck. Fuck. And you didn't get like even any critiques on it? Stop it. Now you know Mo, my sister. Don't you do that rubber duck. That's my sister now. Okay, that's my. Get your Mo Beauty skincare packets at mobeauty.com. Check them out at 1-800-MO-BEAUTY on Instagram. Get your packets, everybody. Get your packets. I thank you. I'm actually planning to start filming this one this weekend. I'm going to start doing these products and I'm going to give you all my full review on that. Because I'm going to tell you why I'm going to start it too. Because I have some news to tell you about that. But yes. Yes. Okay. I thought this was a 10's performance. I thought they ate. If it's a ballad, I'd be concerned for her. If it's an up tempo number, they're shook. They should be shook. This Lolita's muscular as fuck. Go on, Lolita. Cam Hugh is next. All right, on to Brioche. I don't, I don't, I don't have nothing to say about that baby. That was what the fuck? What was this? You were a banana. That wasn't a banana. You got out the banana. You started talking, singing. You weren't on tempo at that part, Louise. Like you were off beat. You had no rhythm. Chop. It was a chop. I was. They kept panning back to Ellipse's face. They kept panning back to this. We can't even see what she's thinking. They kept panning it back. Literally the whole. She's tornado, solita. Here her lips. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What's up, Keebs? Welcome, baby. Welcome, welcome. It was bad. Brioche. So sometimes the vocals weren't really in their favor. I'm gonna be honest, but I think they gave a great performance all in all. All in all, I think that Brioche did pretty okay. There were a few moments when that note was nowhere near on the table. But then other times she would pick it. It's like, all right, there we go, girl. There we go. I enjoyed it, but I also was like, now you had a little bit of a bump, 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 bump. A couple of those were the little bump, bumps, bump, 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 bump. So yeah. Oh God. I really don't like it when people tell me when people on dating apps are like hitting you up and they're like 1,000 miles away and they're like, why would you hit me up? And I live all the way out here, and their response is, well, I'm moving out there in like 2 weeks. So you're getting your layout ready to go. I am so confused here. Like you just moved out here. I don't want to be a number, so I thought it was cute, but it's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I don't want to be your first person when you move to a state. Ugh. No, they real nerdigans. It's just I've dealt with stuff like that before. It's very, let me see what my options are. I don't like that. Paloma was fucking funny. This is comedy. This was comedy. And you want to know why it was comedy? Because she didn't try hard. Everything was she had it in her mind. She knew what she wanted to say. This could have fallen flat. This could have fallen so flat, but it didn't. It was actually brilliant. It's also funny because it reminded me of Raja's congratulations speech when it was like very, we're all gonna die. But it was very, hello, let's get in our sister circle here and talk about these things. I loved it. I did not take a picture of the bedazzled black dildo. I did not take a picture of that. I was not going to put that up here. I was proud of her for slapping against her face. Okay, I was like, go on, sister, go on. But Paloma was good. I thought Paloma was great. So bravo, bravo. Right, there you go, Gamer Guy. My name is, but my spiritual name is. It you know what? Remember, Orion came out there and just made that up on the spot versus someone who may have already had in their mind what they wanted to go with. You know what I'm saying? Arky, shut up if Marina. Stop. Can we talk about half of the time so was speaking, the caption said indistinct? Yes. We talked about that, Jaden. Thank you for bringing that up again because we do need to discuss it further. But yes, they did that a lot to them and others too. And I was like, what do you mean indistinct? Y'all can figure out what the fuck they said. Y'all can. Jeremiah, thank you for the super chat. Late to the live, but stand so amused nonetheless. We all do. And again, if you're just popping up in this piece, what's up? My name is Matty Rants. Thanks for tuning in today. We're talking about Drag Race France, season 1, episode 1. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share this on your social media pages. Bring new mother tuckers up in here. Bring them to the family. We cool over here. And also, hit that like button. Again, hit it hard. Smash it. And make sure you get in the comment section after this, please and thank you. And if you want to drop me a tip or two, super chats are available. The tip jar with the paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo MattyRants. But that thumbs up is just as valuable. So I thank you so much for being here. Let's go. It is. It is. I'm French and I can translate some things if you want. Here's the thing. Y'all have my Instagram. I'm trying to get better with responding. I was in a little fit the other week where I just didn't want to talk to nobody. Um, if y'all watch the episode before me, which you probably will, and you already see something where you're like, "Ooh, Maddie ain't gonna be able to handle this," send it to me. I won't be like, "Stop it, you guys." No, I'll be very thankful if you send me stuff like, "Hey, Matt, that's what they said. This is what that meant. This is specifics." Because I am an American, and while I did take French, I've never been to France, and it's actually on my list of places I need to go to. So I like to be educated, not chastised, not talked down to, but educated. And these bots are not as fast as me. I'm like, who wants to click on that anyways? You would think that YouTube would be on top of stuff like this to make sure that content creators are protected from this, but I guess a couple of people. Le Grand Dame. This was very 1987 music video. I actually kind of lived for this. I like kind of lived, even though let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. That glass was not sitting up there by balance. Let's be very fucking clear. Okay. The song was kind of cool. It gave me my life, to be real with you. It gave me my life. But I kind of liked it. I don't know. I kind of liked it. I wasn't like blown away by it. I just thought the outfit was hot. Them playing the saxophone was cool. But when they put the glass on, I noticed that she had something on her wig or underneath it, and the cup. I don't know if it was Velcro or not, but when I saw her stick it, I was like, oh, okay, because she bent over and moved with her. I was like, the glass would never do that. So I was kind of like, okay. I played the clarinet, so seeing her play the sax, I was kind of like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Now, was it stiff? Mm-hmm. Like some Ashley Furnitures, bitch. Okay, it was stiff. Very Ethan Allen collection. Uh-huh. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. When she threw that champagne, though, I was like, "No, wait a minute, bitch. If I hadn't gone yet, and some of that got on me, we'd have been fighting. We would have been fighting." But I still applaud her for playing the sax, and I think that it was still cool. I am now a fan of this song. Ellipse is next. I'm a super fan of this song. I love this song. I've never heard it before until this. I've never heard it, but like this was like the coolest strip tease I think I've ever seen. Like this was fucking awesome. And it wasn't like into nudity. It wasn't into, full on like let me give you something very salacious. This was fucking amazing. I was like, wow, very small movements. Everything is so calculated and concise, meticulous. Like, I thought it was great. I thought it was great. Now, would I have immediately put this in the top or something like that? I mean, yeah, the performance, sure. Look wise, I thought it was good, but I don't know. I am Something about Ellipse. Something about them. I'm very interested. I just love how this transitioned into what I didn't even think it would go into. And of course, them having all that red underneath when it played into the song, I was like, ah, ah. Someone put the song in the chat, please. But yeah, this was a bop. I was kind of here for it. I was like, oh, she's definitely one to watch out for. That's the name of the song for those of you who are interested in downloading it because it was a bop. I was like, this is a great song. I love it. Big. This made me a huge fan, and I think Big Bertha said it too when they were watching it. They said, "Oh, we did not know this is the bitch that we were competing against because she didn't give that energy. She's gonna be one to watch out for." I was like, "Okay, baby." Dovima with a personality. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I wasn't prepared for how much I love this. I wasn't prepared for how much I love this. What, where do we start? It was live. It was their own vocals. Um, it was performed beautifully. Emoted the fuck out of this. I think I was here for the wig. I think I was here for the fuckery wig. I hate that wig, but I was here for the bullshit wig. It almost made sense. Like there's something absolutely unnerving about this mop on top of your head, but bitch, you're cutting up. Cutting up. She gave the actress full on, like with the oh, it was oh. I was like, oh, j'adore. It was the emoting for me. I was wrapped. I was like, oh my god, when is her show? How much do we have to pay? Where's the venue? That was me. You need the name of this song too, Johanna, of the original song that she was doing. I kind of low key do too. Is that who the song is originally by? Strome? Strome? I'm uh Hyacinth, right? That's what I was hearing. I was hearing hyacinth. Isn't that a flower? That's a flower, right? That's a flower. That's a flower. Me repeating myself. That's a flower. Strome is a Belgian French speaking artist. Oh, okay. Okay. This was my favorite of the night. This was my favorite of the night. Not because I like Soa, but because I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. I really, 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 really wasn't expecting it. I was like, oh, it was good. It was good. It was good. Yeah, it's a flower. I know because of Animal Crossing. No, yeah, they're definitely flowers, but a violent man has the name of a flower. Ah, in the name it talks about a violent man who has the name of the flower hyacinth. Oh, see, now I really got to get into it. This is fabulous. This is fabulous. This is one of the best. Um, Lova. Okay, so 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 is there a reason why we went from tell like starting off with a little comedy to then start talking about your illness that you have right now? I was kind of like, now wait a minute. Are you telling us this story because it's going to be funny, or like are you telling us this because you're bombing and you want to make sure that there's an empathy placement into this, or maybe you were going to tell us the story about what you have and it was going to lead into comedy and you got too nervous then to tell the jokes because this was a high chop, hyacinth chop. It was bad. I was like, god, this is awful. Now, you want to talk about someone that started from the top and then now they're there? Like, started from the top, now they're there. La Cajina, this was interesting until this was really interesting from here. This Pee Wee Herman level. This was here. It was here. It was here. We were like, okay, this is getting interesting. This is going somewhere. This is the fire has come out again. Okay, the judges didn't see it. I understand. I understand. And from what I got of the performance, based off of what was happening, I don't know if there was if it was her inner thoughts arguing with her or her mother or somebody of a figure in her life that was speaking to her through the spiritual realm of whatever was happening. But then when we got out of that situation, she comes out with fire and she's walking around. It's all of a sudden there was these negative words being said and it was kind of making fun of her and it was the way they were responding and I was so confused by what the full purpose of that performance was supposed to be about, that you're an awesome, that you're awesome, that you're not, that I did not know what was going on. I did not. This face is how I felt. When the fire starts to burn, right, it starts to spread, she's gonna bring that attitude home. What are you gonna do in this life? Come on, disclosure. Oh goodness. Did someone mention art? Yeah, Kahina, I didn't care for this. And I knew then you were gonna be in the bottom. I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna be for it for her. Mm-mm. Big Bertha kind of ate. Big Bertha kind of ate this. This was the key. I thought this was fun. This was a very campy striptease number. This was very campy burlesque. I thought this was super fun. This was hello, hey, we. Bitch, I was crying. Oh, Bertha. Bertha is a key. It was fun just how it was all being removed, the music that went with it, and at the end of it all, baby girl was full on naked, and it really said something because in the middle of the episode when they were talking amongst each other, Bertha was talking about body positivity, and so this really kind of added to that conversation. So I was like, oh, we love to see this transition. So yes, like this was definitely in my top performances of the night because it just was so much fun and I enjoyed it, like the comedy from it as well as, of course, just Bertha just serving the children. Go on, bearded queen. Go on, bitch. Very creative. We like to thank Charles Lee Ray, our favorite allies killer from movies and TV shows, because Chucky's an ally. Happy Pride Month, Chucky. Shout out to Glenn Glenda. But yeah, I had to put the chucks on here to make sure that baby, we yeah. That's a good question. Was it censored in France for y'all? Because they blurred it out here for us. It was blurred. It was quite blurred. I was like, oh. Also, Bertha, if you free on a Friday, Bertha's kind of hot. No shade. Not even shade. Something about Bertha's like very attractive. Where I'm like, oh, they're very cute. Like everything about them, like, oh, Bertha's cute. I'd flirt. We'd have drinks. Bertha's cute. Not censored in France. Wow. I wonder what that looked like. I wonder what that looked like. I don't want to know. Don't send me that screenshot. Don't send me that screenshot. Baby, the runway category is, of course, Jean Paul Gaultier inspired. And a lot of them did stuff very, again, very Jean Paul Gaultier, whether it was sort of their interpretation or an actual runway look that was done and being replicated. It was very much there, okay? Some of these looks were incredible. I was actually surprised by a couple of them. First up, Brioche. I had a hard time with the pictures because once again, and we talked about this at the beginning of this review, there is a flashing light moment that happens when they're walking the runway that's very strobe. It is so distracting and it fucks with the camera. So please, Drag Race France, from the next season, do not flash those lights the way that they were being done. It kind of ruined how the visual came up. I got these pictures in high quality. This is literally from the lights flashing too much and the fact that they were not focusing on standstill moments. But I lived and breathed for this. I thought this was fabulous. I thought she did a good job. This was cute. I love the look. I love the bodice. It's Dita Von Teese inspired Jean Paul Gaultier. Very that. So I live for this. Go on, Brioche. But fuck that lights. I was like, the whole time I was watching. Next up, Lolita Banana, giving Madonna's Jean Paul Gaultier number, if you remember, but with a twist. They're faucets spewing water. I like this. But compared to others, it wasn't going as far as I needed it to go because it was really just the bodysuit with the heels and the wig and then the removing the cones and you got these little squirts. So I needed it to be a bigger, presentation. Yes, I agree. This is exactly why she wasn't in the top. In reference to a Mexican icon. Okay, work. She said it was a reference. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. It did not translate well, unfortunately, into like something being amazing. It was like, oh, okay. It just did not translate well. That part, it really did. And it was like, oh, okay. But that's nice. That's nice, dearie. That's nice. That's nice. But go on, Lolita. It was a good effort for the first time on the runway. Okay, now I love that you did the perfume and the cologne bottle, the mix, the both back and forth. I liked where you were going with this concept. I did not care for the execution at all. Like front wise, I was like, she looks lovely. And then when it turned around, I was like, ah. And I didn't like the caging at the bottom for the hoop skirt. Just that threw me off a little bit. So I was like, uh. So yeah, I like low, but I didn't like this. I didn't like it. So it amuses next. Puss puss. Puss puss. Puss puss. Pussoo. Puss puss. Puss puss. I lived. I loved. I liked. I thought this was hot. There's no party cities in France. y'all are y'all are stupid. Y'all are stoops. I can't. Can you imagine? No, I lived for this. It did the cone bra done with the braided hair, the full entire bodice of it done correctly, even with the nude illusion underneath or whatever. It wasn't a distraction. It was perfectly done to where it looked like a garment. The wig also coming in with the braided tops too. We love that there were pick earrings for the girls that don't know that the hair pick right there. Hold on, come on, baby. Where my mouse at? Right here with the hair like I was appreciative of it. Also, are those braids going around the shoe? Those are braids going around the shoe. She got the hair in the shoe. Fabulous. 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 I said, Soa, this is a great first showing, episode 1. Bitch, you came out swinging. Go on, baby. La Big Bertha is next, and I thought this was everything. I thought this was everything. I thought this was I was like, Soa and Bertha back to back. That is a duo. What? First of all, you did Jean Paul Gaultier's teddy bear. Gagged. Gagged. You're a bearded queen. You're a hairy individual. So why not go that far? Why not take that campiness into the fashion? Look at this bodice. Look at this wig. Look at all that. This is fabulous. Fabulous, 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 darling. Fabulous. 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 Wait a minute before I read you, baby. Fabulous. I may have changed the shoe. That's it. I'd have probably changed the shoe. That's all I would have done is change that's it. Everything it's a bob. It's a bob. Um Bertha's gonna be one to watch out for. Mm-hmm. Watch out for the big girl. Telling you. Chop. I wanna like this Kahina, but it's like I know that the hair was referential and it was something that she wanted to do that would go with this, but the dress is just it's not it looks so soft and then for them to do that hard makeup with the hair, it just didn't really it didn't do the job that it wanted to do. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that's a great way to put it. This could have gone further, but it didn't do the job it wanted to do. And so for me, it ends up being a chop. It ends up being a chop. Mm-mm. Paloma is next. Paloma Puss Puss. Paloma is next. Paloma Puss Puss. This was a bob. Also, Paloma, you're actually one of the only ones that that gave me what I needed when it came to doing the pictures from the runway. Like you actually went to the front, stopped, pose, gave it a couple of seconds, and then moved on. I was like, okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Fuck. I like this. I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting. I think her makeup is fabulous. The makeup is fabulous. But yeah, I personally liked it because I was able to actually see this look compared to everybody else that was running. I was like, okay. So remember when I had that conversation about Ahura and I could see her wearing something and like smashing in it? This was the look I was referring to. Cam Hugh is next. This is John Paul Gaultier. Like damn near an entire replicated version of it, if not the actual look. I love this. But this is a horror. Right? I was like, a horror would have ate this up. She would have ate it up. She'd ate it up. She'd ate it up. She'd ate it up. But it's good. It's really good, Cam. This was a good look. This saves you from being in the bottom too. High key. High key. This saves you from being in the bottom two. I guess Nikki Doll is counting the runway this season, unlike other Drag Race franchises. But yeah, I wish they did, Louis. Oh, I was waiting for them to do that versus everyone explaining what the references was, or John Paul himself going, oh, they're doing this look, da 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 da. And I'm like, we could have got a picture. But I thought this was fabulous. But no, I saw a horror. I saw a horror. I certainly did. Hey, a horror, shout out to you, baby. Another person I met at DragCon during that weekend and got to see them perform, who I have grown a lot of respect for, and she did gather me. Her and Candy got me together. Well, you did read me, Matthew. O'Hara brought up an instant. It was so funny. She brought up a moment, like an actual play by play. You had said this, and I was like, say what? I was like, say, wait, what? She like quoted me. I was like, oh no. She goes, let me tell you what really happened. I won't express what was said, but I was gathered and I also was gooped when I found out what really went down. I was like, oh my God, that's what happened. She goes, yeah, you didn't have it right. You were close. You were on the money, but then you said something and I was like, that wasn't it. And I was like, oh, thank you. Candy too. Candy's really dope. Candy was one I was happy to meet, and she was like, "Baby, you read me." I was like, "I did. I don't hate you." She goes, "I know you didn't hate me, but you read me, Maddie." I was like, "Yeah, I came." I said, "But I gave you your flowers." She said, "You did." On the look with the hat, with the very much that. Yeah, Candy's a kid. Candy was cool. If you ever get to meet Candy, she's great. I promise you. I promise. I love my girls, even the ones that don't like me because they think I'm mean. Speaking of which, remember how that Tina Burner conversation happened? You just don't like me. I love Tina now. I said I wouldn't be making fun of you. I don't like you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And Tina's a hoot. If you ever get a chance to see Tina Burner perform, she's great. She's also an awesome queen. So shout out to Tina. Ellipse, I thought this was fabulous. I love that you did the John Gaultier ties. I lived. I kind of lived for this. This also gave me applause by Lady Gaga tease just a tad bit and a little bit mixed with cabaret. I liked it. I thought this was clever. Yeah, I thought this was very clever. It was very it was very applause meets cabaret. Jean Paul Gaultier. Look at the rhyming. I live for the applause, mommy. Cabaret. Boom. Jean Paul Gaultier. Yeah, I know this was fire. And I think this is what propelled her to be in the top. It was a great performance that they were probably surprised by. Then this look comes out. It's like, oh, this queen's a thinker. Little Fosse, spelling. Jermaine. Fosse, spelling. That reminds me of Jinx when she was doing Edie Veal. Spelling. Very that, very that. I loved it. I thought this was fabulous. Grand Dame, they kind of did you dirty, sister, and I would say they never gave you a full shot, and it's not because of your height that had nothing to do with it. I think when they did some of the editing for some of these queens, they should have honestly focused on full frames because it was hard to see, okay, that far away. This is cut. This is cut. This is cut. Ha. But the outfit incredible. I was like, wow. The hair, I do wish it was different. I like this hair. I didn't see it from for this look though. I did like the hair. I just thought I felt like it should have been a different styled wig, but I love the wig. I was like, oh, this wig is everything. I just don't feel like it goes with this. The outfit itself, but this is the most I could or the best I could do here. Look at the detailing. Look at the girl. Ugh. Ugh. It's a look. Okay, very Kaylee 47. It's the luck. It's the luck. Yeah, but I thought she was gorgeous. I thought it was a good put together ensemble. I just wish the wig was different. That's all. But yeah, it's a good look. That's your 10 first episode, kids. The runway it is. Now the top 3 was Soa de Muse, Big Bertha, and Ellipse. Now, the bottom 3 was La Kahina, Lova, and Cam Hugh. The winner of this week's episode, and I absolutely agree. Okay, actually, now I can make my point. Remember when I was having a conversation about the workroom being really bright and Drayson, you were like, it was, I don't know if it was you, baby, but it was like, I thought it was kind of dim. This is my example of it being way too bright. Think about every time we've seen the international seasons and even with Drag Race now sort of in the middle of the workroom bit with the couches. It has never been this bright. This is fucking bright. This is way too bright. This is way too bright, baby. Way too bright. Shout out to my mother, Honey Davenport. Way too bright. I was like, Phew. Y'all bring that lighting down just a tad bit, baby. It's a little upset stomach diarrhea. It's too much for me. Judging has He is so cute. Look at that face. Okay, sorry. Judging has commenced. The winner of this week's episode is. I said, come on, bitch. You better little Billy Watson there. So it demuse, mother. I was very happy. So wins this week's episode. It was definitely a close one. I know Bertha was right on the heels of that one, but so it wins the first challenge in Drag Race France's history and wins a trip to London, provided by Tinder. I was like, oh bitch, oh we gonna get some trips. I see the girls are gonna be flying out after this season. But that makes our bottom two queens, and again, Cam Hugh was saved by that dress with Lova and Kahina. Okay, why why not have the first song be by Celine Dion? Why not have the first song be by Celine Dion? Celine Dion. It's my first time hearing the song, actually. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is why they lost. This is the exact reason why they lost this lip sync. I'm going to tell you this right now. I didn't hear not one note, not one iota of anything said or done that would indicate that this song needs to have that face at all. I was really trying to figure it out. Like, why does she look so angry? She must be also emotional because she has to lip sync, but ugh. I should have zoomed. 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 That baby looked like she was about to have a hysterectomy. I didn't. Was it a colonoscopy? What was going on here, baby? Were they inside of you? It looks like the dick hurts. Pull it out, please. Meanwhile, baby girl over here took off them shoes, and normally that's a no-no. But baby, when them shoes came off, we got a sister up in here. She was cutting up. She was cutting up. I was like, oh, okay. Well, Dovima went home first this time. That's not Dovima. That's not Dovima. When I think of Dovima, I look at Ellipse and I get that tease. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shade. I'm not even shading Dovima right now, nor am I shading Ellipse. But when I think about it, based off of like just the body language and the way they carry themselves, I feel Dovima's presence more in Ellipse versus Kahina, because they also, never mind. I was about to throw in some Twitter shit. But yes, I thought that Lova did a good job for what it was worth. I think that also if she had gone against somebody else, she probably would have gone home. But that's just my take on it. That's my take on it. I think that if she had went against anybody else, that this baby could have probably gone home. But this, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I don't know why this face was so scrunched. I don't know why it was so bunched. I don't know why it did not have an appeal. But I didn't want nothing to do with it. Not at all. Lova won the lip sync and was safe and able to compete in next week's challenge, while Kahina was given a standing ovation. Love that from you, Nikki. Love that from you, Nikki. Um, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it was the pond for me. I was like, why did he have to say pond? Why did you have to say pond? The replay. You're in timeout. You're in timeout. You're in timeout. What? Bitch, I said, wait, what? That's why I was like, wait, what? Bitch, listen, you saying Darien Pond when currently Darien Lake is giving Darien Streams, okay? Okay? High key. Darien now is giving Darien River, okay? Darien River Medway, bitch. Do you hear me? Low key while you talking about it, but yeah, okay, listen, Lova was eliminated. Kahina got a standing ovation. It was a little emotional. They left the competition. First queen eliminated from Drag Race France from season 1. Babies, that's the review. I kind of like doing this live. I think, I know I said I'd do them edited, but I love doing these lives with y'all because I get to interact with you and talk about the show together. Plus, as you can see, I'm not completely out of the loop when it comes to things in France or French in general. So I feel a little bit comfortable reviewing the show. But I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for being here. Merci, 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 all of you. Get in that comment section after this live, everybody, and let me know and let YouTube know and anybody else know how you felt about this episode. What were your highs? What were your lows? Who are your favorites? What you think of the talent show? All of the above. But for episode 1 of season 1 of Drag Race France, this was a high key. So I'm like, okay, I'll be back, and I'm excited. Now, I'm ending the review right there at the hour and 45-minute marker, and I'll give these next 15 minutes of time to the cats and kittens all over the world out here, all my rant packers, and we could have a story time because I said I would tell you the story. So if you're not interested in that, stay. Don't go. Don't leave. But I get it. You want to talk about Drag Race. Just make sure you hit that thumbs up out the door. I'll see y'all for All Star 7. And of course, DragCon videos coming up this week. And P Valley is going to be added to the agenda as well. Now, to the story about the lady in Kroger's, the white woman who had to educate me about abortion when she didn't have to because I had to gather her ass together. Here we go. So I'm on the phone with one of my good friends who I love dearly, and we're talking about a bunch of stuff. We're just doing this, that, and the other. And we get off the phone. Now, during my time on the phone with my friend, we were talking about Roe versus Wade, and we were having a full conversation about it and why it's important that we should still have something like that in place because of the a domino effect of damage that it's going to do to not only women, but everybody that actually needs this in place in order to live and survive and move on with life and this, that, and the other, because there can be complications with health giving birth where they have to perform an abortion. Oh, okay. So we were having this conversation, but that was one of my points I gave to the lady. But we were talking about how ridiculous it was. And I was in the grocery store just being like, I'm really sick of this. This is bullshit. I've got my mom, my sisters, like I have friends who this is actually going to affect them. People who are on currently like Plan B right now, people who have like inserts in their body that would prevent them from getting pregnant, like all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here just like, we're talking about it, and I'm just walking through the store, minding my P's and Q's, and I notice this woman is staring at me. And she has to be in her early 60s, okay? I'll just be very honest. And if she wasn't in her early 60s, she needs a new cream for that face. But she was really listening intently to what I was saying. And it was a little strange, but I sort of like waved it off. Like maybe she heard me say a trigger word and she was trying to see what the context was about. Whatever. I have moved section to section to section by now. I'm like, I literally, hold on, just so y'all clear, knowing how I operate today. Ugh. Ugh. Like me at the grocery store is buying all this bottled water, okay? Oh God, this is 40 bottles. Ugh. Okay. Ah! I had just got the water when this happened. Okay, I got my little. See, I'm a Kroger's guy, so I got my mini pretzels. I was in that section. I was grabbing my little cookies, all that kind of stuff. Because I'm working out again. I'm trying to get super swole, so I had to I'm not ordering out for the next 3 months. I'm only cooking food. I'm only focusing on building my body up. I'm also actually going to be sober for the next couple of months. I am choosing not to partake in libations or drink or do anything like that I'm actually trying to make it to my birthday. And if I make it to my birthday, I'm still going to try not to do it after that. So I'm challenging myself with like my Mary Jane and my all that kind of shit. I'm challenging myself and I'm like, nah, Matt, we want things, we're trying to accomplish some stuff. So let's not spend money on things that aren't necessary so we can make these goals happen. And so me going to the grocery store today is just the start of that because I've already put myself on that plan. Like, okay, we're gonna eat this, we're gonna eat this, we're gonna do that, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, none of it. None of it. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. I need to do this. So I'm putting this on myself to like really start something different with my life. And I mean, I may partake later it down the line, but as far as now, I'm giving myself a 90-day mission. So like really focus on it and really, really make it happen and not to be persuaded, not to be, not to, um, oh, I'll just do it this time. Oh, no, it's okay. I want my willpower to be stronger than it was the previous day. And I'm trying to build that up with myself. So, anywho, that's just to give you a little context of what's going on. I want to be a little swoller. I'm trying to get my chest big, my arms big, trying to have my ass fatter. You know what I'm saying? I want to look like a damn near a doll by the time I'm done without doing any work. So, I'll be checking in with y'all on that often. But yes, I am trying 90 days and I'm going to try to extend it past that. But this is all for the betterment of me and my health because I want to change. So there you go. So I'm in the grocery store. I'm, doing my bit. I got to that section. This woman now has walked up to me. I remember she was all the way over there and now she's somehow all the way over here. And so she goes, "Excuse me." I'm minding my business. "Excuse me." "Hi. So you have an opinion on women's bodies?" "Excuse me?" Eh, I have now changed my face up because I at first went from like that to then I had to smile. And I was like, I certainly didn't have a conversation about women's bodies. I was on the phone with my friend, me being on the phone with somebody who is not in this state, and we were having a conversation about a ruling that just happened between SCOTUS over Roe versus Wade. That's the conversation. Well, that's about women's bodies, and how are you going to sit there and have a conversation about women's bodies? Abortion's wrong. It's wrong, and now it's illegal, and now you're basically condoning death. I said, I need you to step back. I need you to remove. I need you to back up a little bit. She stepped closer to me. I said, you have one more step before it's your last. Are you threatening me? I'm promising you. Back away from me. COVID is still available and ready to go. You do not have your mask on. You are in my face having a full moment with me, and I'm the wrong sissy. Because I know you've already picked that up, because I know you want to call me right now. I know you do. I said, let me ask you this question. If you have a daughter, I have four. I'm happy for you. If your daughter ended up going to a party and let's say God forbid she was drugged. God forbid someone took advantage of her. God forbid it. And she ended up becoming pregnant. Would you force your daughter, who is underage, to have that baby? She said, well, she wouldn't be going to the party. I said, we're not doing semantics. We're not doing scenarios. We're not doing that with this question where you can then take what I say and say, well, that's not what's going to happen because I know my child. You don't know shit about your children. I'm going to promise you that right now. My mom and daddy didn't know a goddamn thing about me. They thought they did. They did not know. Nobody knows their child. Don't think that you know. You really don't. Again, I'm going to ask you this question. If that happened, if that happened, what would you want abortion to be legal, would be legal then? She had the audacity to sit there and say, well, if she got it, it's hers, and we would have taken care of the baby and we would have done everything. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. I said, let me tell you something right now. What if it was with the guy who was black, who did not come from the same neighborhood, go to the same school as her? Maybe it's somebody from the inner city. Maybe it's somebody from Fourth Ward out here in Houston. You know, your favorite kind of people. Would you be okay then? She got very quiet. She got very quiet. And it was really funny. And I said, also, let's also bring this up. Say, for example, you're pregnant with one of these four daughters and you're having complications, and the baby is literally dying inside of you, and you're also dying as well. And the only way that they can stop this and make sure you're alive for an unborn baby, fetus, whatever's in there, is to perform an abortion to save you. So the child that would not have had a good life already coming into this world, struggling and trying to breathe, that was not able to, actually fully develop those things in order to be alive. Would you die on the table because you couldn't give birth? Because the baby couldn't come out? Her response was, "You know nothing about women," turned around and walked off and called me a FAGGOT. I have never been so happy to be called that in my entire life. I've never been so happy to be called that in my entire life. I've never been so happy to be called that in my entire life. I was like, yes. I was like, and because once I developed those scenes, which are actual reasons why that would be important to do, why that's necessary and needed, you couldn't even give me an answer to that. You lied about the first one. Then when I brought up race into the matter, you really had nothing to say because you already knew I was a black man and you was gonna get clowned, bitch. And then when I brought up something that actually would have affected her as someone who has been given birth to four different children, I said, as she walked away and it was a giggle or whatever, and then one of the workers at Kroger's who was listening because he was packing, he was literally in the other aisle, cute little cute motherfucker. He was on the other aisle, and he was doing chips, and he came around where I was at to be like, "You got her together." And I said, "Listen, like, the thing is, she sought after me. I didn't go after her because I heard her phone conversation about Roe versus Wade. No, she heard my phone call after 20 minutes of me walking around the store, finally runs into me and decides that she has enough strength to tell me I don't know shit about shit when she, as a woman, doesn't even know her own body in her age." It's not just about religion. It's so much more than that. And as a Christian, this is why I get really upset over current situations that are happening right now with the Supreme Court having too much to do with the citizens that we didn't even vote for these people to be in here. We voted for the people that are in the areas that are supposed to put these people in here, but we didn't actually want those people in here. We didn't vote for Clarence Thomas to be in the office. We didn't vote for Kavanaugh. We didn't do any of those things. No American citizen did that. We didn't have any rights to that. So, when someone's like, "Oh, the gays are next," I'm like, I'm focused on this. I'm not focused on what's happening with me because that's not on the table just yet. That's being discussed. I'm focused on this shit because this should have never happened. This should have never happened. It should have never gone this far. That was something that was done over 50 fucking years ago. And all of a sudden now we're talking about it being wrong and unjust and this and that and the other. What? So there are certain states you can still go get an abortion in. There are certain states you can do that, but not every state. And Texas is not one of those states. Shout out to everybody working with Planned Parenthood. Shout out to everybody. Y'all doing the Lord's work. Um, Killing people, they're not born, baby. I will have that conversation with you. I will argue people down. I will really go there. There's a reason why it's a birth date and not a conception date. Okay, you don't actually have a birth date based off of when you go to the doctor's office and find out you're pregnant. That's not how that operates. How can something have a birth date and not be born yet, and yet we're it's live, it's thrown in there. No, it's developing, it's getting where it needs to go, but it's not fully formed or developed just yet. So it's not gonna be a full fledged individual by that time. There's a whole other name for it. Not even. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't think it has anything to do with religion, unfortunately. I think this has something to do with control. And I think religion is just being used as a property for it to give a answer or a reason, and it really plays into the dopes who are super evangelical or those who are trying to mask their sin and show that they're a part of that community, because there's a lot of people who vote against these things or vote for those things to be revoked or removed, who are out there getting slammed and damned in the back by somebody who they would don't even want to have rights for, or out there getting people pregnant who they don't even believe in abortion. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's for those motherfuckers. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there in the world that are absolutely contradicting themselves. Okay. This is all about power. This is all about control. And unfortunately, as an American, I'm embarrassed to be in this country because we're already going backwards. And I can't blame Biden for this, even though I think that he's not doing a good job as a president. I think he's being very, very passive, and that's not why we asked him to be in office after dealing with a fucking like almost a militant tyrant. Okay. Kamala, your tweet was trash. I was saddened as a Black American to see that you posted something about voting. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, we need to vote, but it's way more than that, sister, and you know that too. But again, it's a lot. And so for me, I'm not a woman, and I cannot give birth to a child. I certainly can be a part of the process by providing a specific material to make that happen. However, I think about people who are not ready to have children, and something goes wrong and you start to blame, well, you should never have sex in the first place. That's not the fucking point. It's scary, it's sad, and it's horrible. And unfortunately, I feel like shows like Handmaid's Tale are just markers and saying we're this close, we can almost be there. It'll take one thing to happen. So yeah, yeah, I free the titty, free the puss. Live your life. If you don't want your children to be a part of something, don't have them in the fucking room. These people complaining about pride and this is all hell on earth. Why is your child out there if you don't want them to see some shit? You do know those aren't family oriented events, right? They're for everybody. Just like DragCon, that's an everybody event. You can bring these people. If your children are smart enough to know what's up and not take that in, boom. That's because you, as a parent, did your job and taught them well. But if you ain't doing shit for your child and can't figure it, oh, baby, that's not my problem. Be a mom, be a dad. Fuck off. Mind your business. Not everybody wants to be you. Not everybody wants a child. Not everybody wants to worry about what's going on around them to where they can't be themselves. Get the fuck on somewhere. There are Disney cruises you can take that child at. There are places you can bring your children if you don't want to have these problems with. Drag queens are not going to harm your children, okay? By reading a fucking story in a library. You're an idiot. You're an idiot for that. You do know that, right? Martin Lawrence got on drag and did Big Mama's House, but because he's a straight man, we can let that go. P Valley had a whole scene with two dudes fucking, okay? And the internet blew. No, 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 I'm sorry. The straight Black internet blew up and lost their mind. How are they going to show this shit on TV? This show's gone too salacious and crazy, but nobody said nothing about Mercedes getting her cat eaten out by that lady who was married to that man. The lesbian scene was perfectly fine. The gay scene wasn't. There's too much of that bullshit happening. I have no kind of energy for that. There's no understanding for those moments. I know a lot of gays out there that do this. Well, Matt, that's just the fuck that. I don't need to feel worse or less or allow someone to just be comfortable for the sake of being comfortable where I have to sit there and act like, oh, this is well, I'll be uncomfortable for you. Fuck you, bitch. You can be as uncomfortable as the next motherfucker because for my majority of my life, I had to live in uncomfortable skin because you called me all kinds of names and made me feel bad about myself. Baby, I'm a grown motherfucker. Man, I will beat you in the ground. I will read you to death and I will have my cake and eat it too, baby. Check it. So, with that being said, when it comes to a lot of this stuff out here, these fools out here don't know shit. I have motherfuckers all I hear all the time, even neighbors including, talking about faggots, looking at them like, girl, look at you. We could read. We could really drag somebody. We could really talk about. I'm gonna make you want to fight me, like on a real note. But again, people aren't understanding. Like, mind your own, do your business, just don't do no wrong. That's it. Mind your business, handle your own, don't do no wrong. Period. Why are you worried about me? I don't know, bitch. I don't even know you. Next. I just hope y'all wipe your asses correctly. I hope y'all have wet wipes at home. I just hope y'all clean. Okay, and I'm talking about booty wise. I just hope that the activity is right. That's all I worry about. I'm not in your home. I don't care what happens in Karen's house. Karen's crazy. She do her own thing. I hope the house is clean. But don't let none of this stuff affect y'all so deeply to where it has ruined your day or it has you in a place of almost being suffocated to where you can't move. Don't let that happen. This is some bullshit for sure. But don't let this take that power over you because that's what they want to do is they want to cause you to feel like there's hopelessness and therefore they can do what they want to do now that you don't have any hope and therefore you're not at the polls voting for the right people to get in the right positions. And even then, those right people can still be wrong. You gotta take what you get and you have to keep it pushing, but you have to stand your ground sometimes and also know what battle is more important to fight. I'm here for wars, not battles, girl. That's little shit. Someone's mad at me. Oh well, I can't take that with me. I can't move around with that. Oh, she doesn't like me? I'm sure of it. I probably am very much the anti to them. They hate this positivity. They hate when I go off. They hate when I sound like this. That's too bad. That's too bad for you, not for me. I'm cool on this one. Not not for me. That's for you. Okay. All right. I'm done preaching. I just need to get that off my chest because, like, I just be sitting back sometimes and I choose not to say anything because I know how my words are. I carry a blade in this mouth and she cuts. So sometimes I just don't speak on things because if I say it, it's gonna be a drag. And I ain't talking about Queen. So like, there you go. Someone asked my opinion on the Bussy Queen situation that was happening. That's none of my goddamn business. Them girls want to fight online. That's them. I'm not in that. Good luck to both of them. Check it out. This isn't cute, but people find it entertaining. If it gets you followers, work. I wish they come my way. I'm giving y'all nothing but comedy. And cute. But for real. You want to know why I say all this and I even include me not caring about like people who hate me and this kind of shit or whatever? I was just interviewing somebody who I had an actual I loved them from a TV show from 22 fucking years ago. They were someone who was influential in my life. I'm talking about Melissa now, but like I just did a whole interview, which actually was like a friend's conversation because we were just talking and it was just really organic. But like when she gave me my flowers during that interview, and I'm gonna keep that part in, but she gave me my flowers in that interview, and she was like, "You were talking and you were saying something, Matthew," and I knew, oh, he gets it. He knows. He's paying attention. And I had the same thing happen when I was doing this at DragCon, and I had a standing ovation from these people who I literally have invested my entire life into. And there are opportunities that are out there all the time. Not every one of them is a good opportunity, but the doors are opening for your boy. Like, I am not going to carry your bullshit with me. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to everybody. Do you hear me? Because lots of people like to point stuff at them like, no, it's for everyone. I don't want nothing to do with your shit, your drama, none of that. I want nothing to do with it. Okay? Don't bring your bullshit over here. It's not for me to handle. All right? Now, if you're having a bad day, that's a different story. Run by me, baby. I'm gonna throw you some of my energy. Let's go. Let's go. Like, we gotta make this day. We're gonna make this happen. But for real, for real. Okay. I'm wrapping it up now. Because I'm starting to get on my boom, boom, boom kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Just y'all, if you don't pray, have a moment of meditation. If you're a person that likes to pray, I'm with you at night. Trust me, putting it in. We got one life to live. We don't get another one. Make something out of it. Do what makes you happy, and don't forget, don't take everything so seriously. And the stuff that you do need to take seriously, take it there. Okay. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm calling this the Rapid Dap. I got to make sure that Drag Race France reaction is posted to my Patreon. Now, remind yourselves, I'm going to try to get some DragCon content up this week. I'm also going to start P Valley up again. Not again, but start P Valley up as a review that I start doing with y'all because I love that show so fucking much. And also, remember, All Star 7 is on Fridays. And of course, Sunday's panel will be every Sunday as long as I'm still breathing or I am not out of town. We're going to do it every Sunday, okay? Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Merci. I appreciate all of you, every single one of you. Do me a favor before you leave, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, become part of this Rant Pack family, and share this on your social media platforms. Y'all, that tremendously helps me out when you're like YouTube to Twitter, YouTube to Insta, YouTube to Facebook. I love this guy. I love this guy. Someone can get in your comment section and say, I hate him. Fuck them, bitch. You shared it. They had to look at my video. They had to hate me. They had to hate watch me. That's a view. That's money. Get in my comment section. Drag me, girl. I ain't deleting shit no more. Y'all can have at it because girl, you're gonna pay me for your bullshit. That's what's about to happen. So with that being said, you woke up this morning, so you already defeated half of your day. If no one told you they love you, I most certainly do. And whatever you're going through, whatever is taking you down right now, whether it's temporary or forever, we're gonna motherfucking make it through this bitch, okay? Listen, it's your boy Matty Rants, and this is Drag Race France, Season 1, Episode 1. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Live review. Check out Drag Race France on Wow Presents Plus, and check me out here on YouTube as well as Patreon and other platforms. It's your boy Matty Rants. See how I am when I'm sober. I get my real flow on. I can't do it. I gotta go. But take care, everybody. Remember, just take care. Don't stress yourself out. We got this, and I will see you a little bit later this week. Not too far away, probably tomorrow or the next day. All right, y'all. Until next time. Bye.
Listen.